Y'all, so look at this. I never came back yesterday, I forgot, but yeah, we're back. It's Monday, Military Monday, and hold on, we're about to go live. Basically, it's like a live. I premiered the video so we can chat with each other, even though I ain't that popping, so that many people probably not gonna be watching at the same time. But I'm feeling very anxious because I'm spilling a whole lot of tea. Like, I'm really giving the real and authentic what happened in Korea, you know what I'm saying? So I got it up here on the big screen. I got it on my laptop so I can comment and talk to you guys. So hopefully a lot of y'all ended up tuning in and you guys are watching with me. And yeah, I am not gonna lie, I'm pretty anxious because this is like a very traumatizing story. I mean, this part one isn't, it's just the beginning pretty much. Part two was where with the trauma, like I get traumatized, and it's like a very triggering story time. So it was a lot of emotions and a lot of hard fucking days. So I don't know why I wanted to premiere this like people like me like this. They don't. But I just wanted to comment with people, I guess.
I mean, they gonna
tune in. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, not they gonna watch it later.
They'll watch it later, yeah. I mean, cause usually when it takes them a minute for people to come in.
But it's drama.
In 30 minutes time, it's like I have at least 100 views, which is shitty, but it is what it is.
The haters gonna hate on this one.
I can't wait till I talk about the haters. Y'all, part two is good.
Praying on your downfall.
Part two is really where the tea come in. I'm really gonna be talking. Like, I stopped y'all at a good fucking point too, so y'all gonna be mad. But I don't know if I'm gonna drop part two next Monday, make y'all wait a week, or should I just like record it? It probably is gonna end up waiting a week because all the shit that's going on right now. So I'm gonna get real busy this week, and the party is this week, so probably is gonna get recorded Sunday. Y'all, it's lit. We on live with the Sergeant Major of the Army, y'all. They finna change the hair regulation. I'm tuning in. Oh, my bad. I got too hyped.
We take recommendations.
Come on, Sergeant Major of the Army. What you got to say for us?
Thank you, Yasmin Grinston. We have a lot to discuss today, so let's get started. On or about February 26th, the Army will publish the updated AR 670-1. Sergeant Major Clark, what can soldiers expect from this new update?
All right, thank you, Sergeant Evans, for the question. So today at 1600, you will be able to go to the Army Publishing Directorate to download the new AR 670-1 and DAPAM 670-1. But I want to preface my statements before I get into what's going to be in there with there's going to be 30 days before that regulation becomes effective. The purpose behind that is to allow for soldiers and leaders to read through the regulation, provide an understanding, and to make sure that their commands and soldiers are aware of the policy changes that will be made. And then it gives the organization 30 days to get within compliance of the new guidance that will be within the regulation. So some of the big changes that you will see in there, as you know, we are now wearing the Army Green Service uniform. So some guidance that we've been working on since June of 2019 will finally.
So the first change we're going to announce today is the earrings.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah, there we go.
Oh shit!
You know, it was really another reason. When I keep going back to the panel, is another reason is, you know, I'm just going to be honest. If you'd asked me before a panel, I'd said, no, why do we need earrings? We hadn't had them. So, and that's why, I trusted the panel, had a good deliberation, and they brought it and says, hey, we want earrings. And I said, well, I trust the panel. And the panel says this is their recommendation. And they voted, and everybody had an equal vote. We're not going to talk specifically on, you know, how the votes came out. But the majority ruled, and this is one of those things. And our soldiers said, hey, we're going to wear earrings. Yeah, we wanted to do this. We're not going to do it in combat operations. But if you want to put some earrings on, I think there will be more guidance to come out. But when we even had the deliberation about how we're going to implement this, is the helmet on or is it off? If the helmet's on, you may take the earrings out. But I think this is really good for our Army. And if you want to wear earrings in a combat uniform, wear the earrings.
Now, I know we're all excited about the earrings. I am especially, but we're not going to move to it yet. We're going to wait till the Alarat come out, right, Sergeant Major Clark and Sergeant Major Sanders?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just drive it home again. Somebody out there right now putting an earrings
in their hand.
Sergeant Alvarez, in my office, she's like, Sergeant Major. So, yeah. I think that still applies. Thanks. Yes, 30 days from now, 670-1 comes into effect, and then an ALARAC will follow after that, authorizing the wear of earrings. So, for whatever reason, let's say the ALARAC gets held up in process, wait for the ALARAC before you decide to don your earrings. The corrosives in the Army, things like suicide and sharp, we've learned some different things that may impact female soldiers in reference to being a female in a masculine Army. And, our attrition rates for females...
Period, Sergeant Major, period.
Males, and as we started looking into those things, we realized that the need to feel as a female and be a soldier at the same time, earrings kind of help bridge the gap in soldiers who want to serve and be soldiers, but also want to feel like a female at the same time. So that was very educational to us and how some of that can impact individuals who may be feeling depressed because they don't feel like a female. That played a very large part in helping educate the panel when they made their decisions.
All right.
Absolutely. I'll touch on this, and I'll also let Sergeant Major Sanders jump on this. So what we found is we implemented policies such as Soldier 2020, which is basically where we begin to bring females into combat arm MOSs. As female soldiers were going through certain training, such as Ranger School, and decided to shave their head, again, to be more inclusive with their peers that they were training with, technically they were out of regulation during that time frame in which they were doing it. And so we obviously saw that there was a contradiction between what we had in place and really where the Army is going. And there really was no rationale on setting a set minimum length for the female hair. So the female the change in the regulation will now allow females to not have a minimum length requirement for their hairstyle.
Stop.
Thank you. Thank you for those comments. So the next change we're going to discuss is ponytails. I know there's been changes to the ponytail's hair length and it not having to be encapsulated for a certain length. Sergeant Major Sanders, can you expound on that?
For the short ponytail?
Yes.
Correct. So yeah, the short ponytail. This has been a one that's been up for.
Look at the black girls. Look at the black girls.
If you don't have the texture or length of hair to form a bun, what do you do? So
oh
we wanted
my
to say,
God.
Hey, you know what? It's okay to be able to.
And she got blonde hair? What?
As wide as the back of your head, or it impairs the proper wear of your headgear. So this is one of those ones that the panel really looked at and said it just makes sense. Why not? I mean, as long as it's professional in appearance and it's neat and well groomed, why not? So here we are. Being able to have an option. And from the medical perspective that the dermatologist really put, right now soldiers who are forcing hair to go into a bun is really pulling on the hair, causing hair loss, alopecia. And what we want to do, along with diversity and inclusion, but from the medical health and wellness aspect, is how do we make sure we keep our soldiers healthy? How do we go opposite of hair loss? So the best way to do that is to look at an option, and this is our option right here.
Now, SMA, we saw a lot on your social media, especially over the block leave. This topic is very emotionally charged for a lot of people. So what kind of went into, what were some of the things that you were hearing and your thoughts on this topic?
And this is really, how do you, I had actually a clap. You didn't see it out there, but there were people in here clapping for this. So, and what it's explained to me, how do I go from, if I want to go from medium to long hair, how do I do that? And then, why do I have to have my hair in a bun? So, and how do I do that? Sometimes the texture of my hair won't allow me to do that. So why wouldn't we have a policy that it is a little bit more inclusive based off the texture of my hair? And if I want to go, from a medium hairstyle to a long hairstyle, you have to have some kind of short ponytail, or you just,
you just had it, and once you cut it off, you can't ever, go from one hairstyle to the other. So I think this is really good for the Army.
All right, we said short ponytails. How about long ponytails? What did the panel come back with on long ponytails? First, what did the panel say originally, Sergeant Major Sanders? And then as we came back to that, we'll go SMA to discuss how that evolved.
Roger. So initially, the recommendation was to have long ponytails for female soldiers, not the guys, for female soldiers in all uniforms. And that was strictly a no. Like, hey, keep it in the Army physical fitness uniform only. But after some talking, some more recommendations were brought up. And this is why there was a benefit of having a very diverse, panel from the combat arms perspective as well, and just soldiers in general. And they were able to look at, effectiveness and functionality along with the other, good, nice to haves. And what we looked at was, making this a yes, but under certain conditions. And some of those conditions are, conducting physical training in the Army combat uniform, utility uniforms. And also when, you're wearing certain kind of helmets like a CVC helmet or advanced combat helmet, to be able to have the option for taking your bun down in a ponytail and tucking that hair in the back of your neck down in your Army combat uniform coat in order to be able to put that helmet on so it can sit without it impairing your vision or making it uncomfortable when you're trying to execute, effective training or combat operations.
When you at the fucking range.
This is where it really, it's part about readiness, and everybody that's ever shot their rifle, especially
Talk to him, Sergeant Major of the Army.
Additional on the back of your head, push that helmet down over your eyes
Ooh,
while shooting your rifle.
talk to him.
So, and it's it's males and females, and when somebody said, well, imagine, Sergeant Major, you got a bun on the back of your head, and that's actually, you got your your combat vest on, then you have a bun, and that's also pushing down. So to me, it made it would help our readiness to undo that. And then how would you wear your helmet if you're an aviator when that thing goes all the way over? If you had long hair, it's impossible. If you had it in a bun, it just doesn't work. So we just made our policy align with that. We're not going to have, everybody's going to have a long ponytail if you have long enough hair and you're going to put it in a bun. But if you're on the range or somewhere like that and you need to be more effective and more ready as a soldier, let's do it. So that's why we fully supported this one.
All right, and I want to stay with hair. So Sergeant Major Clark, let's discuss. One of the regulations was about different hairstyles and only being allowed to have one hairstyle on the head. Can you talk about the discussion that was had and the decision that we made on that topic?
Yes, so presented a professional look, and it didn't interrupt good order and discipline of the soldiers. So the panel took a look at this, and as you can see some of the imagery that is being broadcast, and as you look, these soldiers have multiple hairstyles, and it doesn't interfere with their ability to properly wear their headgear. They still have a professional appearance. There was no reason not to go with the recommendations of the panel to allow the multiple hairstyles in uniform.
Now, Sergeant Evans, if you could just kind of explain for the group just some of the different things, the options that women now have from your own experience dealing with this issue.
Sure. I mean, you can have braids and put it in a bun. You can do a braid to the side if you have shorter hair to the front or to the back. So you can wear multiple hairstyles at once, and it does make it easier when trying to adhere to the standard and being able to give you more options, especially if you have longer hair. It just gives you more options to adhere to the standard. So I think that was a win for us. So Sergeant Major Clark, what can you tell us about the new changes to makeup and nails?
All right, so with fingernail polish, soldiers will be able to, female soldiers will be able to wear fingernail polish as long as the colors are not extreme or eccentric, and, it presents a professional appearance. And, I'll allow Sergeant Major Sanders to kind of add a little bit more to that.
Yes, this was a good one, too, and this is one of those ones we made gender neutral in a sense. So we authorize male soldiers to wear clear nail polish.
What?
And just to kind of jump a little bit more on what Sergeant Major
What?
said, you just got to make sure when it comes to that professional and we say these extreme colors, that's not your yellows, your blues, your purples. Those are definitely the unprofessional extreme colors that we don't want. And that's something, as we come out with the Alarak, not necessarily tell you what color you can wear, but we'll put it in the frame of the category of acceptable colors that, you know, represent professionalism. You know, have an opportunity to, you know, kind of jazz it up a little bit, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's part of your identity. And some people like myself, you know, you want to hide the grays. I don't hide them. I'll let you see them. But some, you know, want to, you know, maybe hide the gray, or some want to have the natural appearance. And, you know, that we really talked a little bit about what is a natural color. And that natural color is not your natural color. It's a natural color that can be worn, you know, for your highlights as a uniform blended color. So this was one we really looked at, you know, from the psychological realm of how do we increase productivity. And when you do that, it's really building upon the identity of the soldier. And that's something we really looked at in the recommendation of highlights.
You mentioned yourself, so are you implying that this highlight standard is gender neutral?
It is gender neutral.
So
Roger that.
men and women both are authorized a uniform blend of a natural color, not their natural color.
Roger.
Correct. You know, when they brought this to me, it was for part of it was, you know, I had someone say, well, I've probably been wearing highlights. I just didn't know that was not allowed. So it's just, you know, part of this was what's actually already out there that maybe not everybody understood what the standards were in the beginning, and then explain. That's why that whole panel and how we brought experts in and go, this is a highlight. And I wasn't in the panel. I wasn't on the panel. But that's what they explained to me. It was like, here's what this is, and this is why the panel recommended that. And a lot of times, some of our soldiers were getting highlights and maybe didn't even know that that was part of the regulation, and the leaders didn't know. That's a different issue. But just kind of match what we're already doing for our soldiers and say, this is allowed.
All right, gentlemen, a lot of questions coming in. Again, if you have questions here in the room, you're welcome to stand up and elaborate and explain kind of why this panel specifically focused on those issues. Sergeant Major Clark.
So I'll start on a piece of this. So again, as the SMA kind of laid out earlier, these were the topics that were presented to us. There is a process that we have where if you have concerns or issues, you can send them to the Uniform Policy Office for consideration to be looked at. So as we looked at these specific ones, specifically the short ponytails, part of the issues as the dermatologist briefed to the panel was it created alopecia, and 1/3 of African American females were impacted by that alopecia, but it also impacted Asian soldiers, Latino soldiers, other demographics as well. So it wasn't geared toward just only African American women. It was general favor that basically gave them alopecia. And what we found was for soldiers who were transitioning, as we mentioned earlier, from a short hairstyle to a long hairstyle, trying to force their short hair into a bun, it put them in the high risk. And so that was one of the reasons why we made that change. It wasn't necessary. It just happened to impact 1/3 of African Americans and, of course, other minority demographics. So it just kind of happened to work out that way based on what the problem set that was presented to the panel. But it wasn't intentionally designed to go look just for specific demographics to try to improve with.
All right, SMA, you know what's coming. You know it was inevitable. Every man in the Army wants to know, are we getting the beard?
No. Okay. No, we're not. That's not one of those things we looked at. And I am a man in the Army, so I may disagree that every man in the Army wants a beard. So, no, we're not looking at it. But there's already an exception to policy for those that have issues with shaving. There's already a profile that you can get. And you can have a beard. There's also religious accommodations, and I'll let Sergeant Major Clark or Sergeant Major Sanders jump in if I miss anything. But there is way, but we had not reviewed it, and it was not on the docket. So right now, you will not have a beard.
So clearly, I'm fucking excited about the new fucking changes. I had to come back. I just was editing the vlog and I saw that I didn't really finish it. Your girl was lit, and I was mad at, I had got on Snapchat and started ranting about all the males that was on the live talking shit, talking about black female. Shut up. Shut up. It's about time we get accommodated in the fucking army. It's been a man's army for a long time. It's about time women are starting to get appreciated. And it's about time they start recognizing that African American women have different hair textures and that we need to be, put into the standard, because it was only for European and non-African Americans in that regulation. It was hard for us to adhere to the standard. So period, your girl's happy, like, it's lit. I'm gonna get my nails done. I'm gonna have my earrings. I'm gonna have my highlights, because highlights been allowed actually. It just wasn't allowed for African American women, but that's not, I mean, that's the real tea. Let's sip on that. Because how many times have you seen in a formation where you have anybody that wasn't black with highlights? I said that in my my army video. I mean, my girls in the army video. As soon as a black girl got some color in their hair, you know that's out of regulation. And he said it. He said a natural hair color, not your natural hair color. And they said you can have natural hair lights, natural hair colored hair lights. And male can have it too. Period. 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 You mean these nails? Period. Period. But shout out to Boss Babe Lux Beauty for sending me these nails, honey. I'm ready. I'm ready for the weekend. I'm ready for the party. I started doing put my birthday decorations up and shit like that. But yeah, my lips is dry as fuck. I'm doing a whole lot. I'm making cupcakes right now. I'm cleaning up. About to do my makeup so I can, yeah, I cooked some roast beef. And yeah, it's a whole lot going on. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here. Most of the vlog was me talking about the live, but it's okay because I'm starting a new vlog right now for this weekend. So yeah, before I go, I'm gonna go ahead and insert this clip that I did for my friend. She got in a business and she sent me this steamer for my face, and I've been loving it. I plan to do a whole skincare routine, but I forgot all my stuff at AP's house, so I couldn't. So I'm just gonna go ahead and insert a clip so that way I'm following up her process. I'm gonna go ahead and insert a clip right here. If you guys are interested in the steamer, watch the video, and see you guys in the next one, and see you guys on Monday for the next Military Monday, where part 2 will be up. So stay tuned for that. Period. Bye guys. Hey guys, so in today's short clip, I'm going to show you guys what I do to my skin when I'm feeling like it's a little bit dry, a little, you know, on the dry side, I'm getting a little spots, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to show you guys basically my night routine when I feel a little ashy. So yeah, basically in today's video, I'm going to take it off my makeup. I just got off work, I look a bit crazy, but I'm going to introduce in this Infinite Beauty Steamer. I'm going to be using it for the second time, and I love it. It definitely makes your skin feel moisturized. It's definitely good for dry skin, it's good for acne, all that, to open up your pores and just refresh your skin, you know what I'm saying? So basically I'm going to show you guys how it works, and I'm gonna show you my thoughts afterwards, and I'm gonna show you live and in action, you know what I'm saying, so y'all can see the real tea. So go ahead and take this makeup off, and I'm gonna show you what the thing do. So it's good to use a steamer like the second phase in your makeup routine, because first you want to go ahead and cleanse your face with all the stuff, makeup, whatever you have on it, excess oil, whatever the case may be, and then you want to go ahead and use your steamer, and then follow on with your, like, whatever solutions that you have, whatever normal makeup routine you have, just make this your second one after you take off your makeup, get what I'm saying, or you know, whatever you do. So I'm gonna show you guys in real time how quickly this junk heats up, because it's the bombed out. Okay, look, just wait. And also while it's heating up, you put water in the back of this thing, you untwist it, twist back up, put water in it, allow the fill line, and then that's all you gotta do is turn it, plug it up, and in like a minute, if that, the steam is ready. Oh, you already hear it, look. It's coming. Boom. I don't know how long that was, but that was pretty quick. I'm just gonna steam my face. All right, so as y'all can see, and my face is a little red. It definitely felt good, I ain't gonna lie. Man, it feels like my skin is moisturized. Like, I don't know, I just feel like, I feel fresh. I feel real fresh. I know I look red, but I definitely feel like really moisturized. Usually my chin area is the most dry and like flaky looking, and especially with the, like, you know, cold weather. You know what I'm saying? This give your skin a little that is missing. But yeah, if you guys are interested in getting your own steamer, all you gotta do is go to Infinite Beauty's Instagram. I'll put it across the screen. This is how you spell it. Go to their Instagram, you go to their website, you can get one, and also use my code. You know what I'm saying? If you wanna support your girl, use my code. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.